Hello, merhaba, isen misiniz? We continue our course on modern cultural interaction. This part is about Tatarstan and Turkey. Relations between our peoples are rooted in the depths of centuries. A vivid example of such ties at the state diplomatic level is the letter of the first Kazan Khan, Ulu Muhammad, to Turkish Sultan Gazi Murad, sent in 1428. Khan in his letter expressed the idea of necessity to revive trade and diplomatic ties that traditionally had existed between the Golden Horde and the Ottoman state.
The second example of such ties dates back to 1910. It was a visit to Kazan of the former Grand Vizier of Turkey, Hüseyin Hilmi Pasha, who was keenly interested in cultural and business life of Tatars. After 1917, a lot of representatives of the Tatar intellectual elite emigrated to Turkey. Their activities had a great impact on political, economic, social, and cultural life of the Ottoman state, and further on the Republic of Turkey. It was believed that Turkism, Islam, and modernization were stronger with Tatars than with the Ottoman Turks. Thus, the Tatar model proposed for the Turks had a great impact on the whole country and led to success.
These great personalities are considered to be the symbol of brotherhood between Turks and Tatars. Among them are a great scholar, Rashid Rahmati Arad, a political activist and writer, Gayas Ishaki, the most important specialist in the history of Russia and Turkey, Agdes Nimat Kurat, a traveler and writer, Abdurrashid Ibrahim, a deputy advisor to Ataturk for cultural and political issues, one of the ideologists of Turkism, Yusuf Akçura. Under his leadership, with the financial support of the representatives of the large Tatar bourgeoisie, the journal Türk-Yurdu, Turkic Motherland, was published in Istanbul and distributed in Russia.
The main focus of the journal was the idea of the unity of all the Turkic peoples and introduction Turks, the cultural and social life of the Russian Turks, including Tatars. Another advisor to Ataturk was one of the founders of the Turkish academic law school, Sadri Maksudi. The monument to Sadri Maksudi, opened by our president and the Prime Minister of Turkey in 2016, is devoted to the mentioned above intellectuals.
Unlike the pre-revolutionary period, the Tatar-Turkish relations of the post-Soviet period are not limited only to the field of culture and social thought. The Republic of Turkey is one of the principal foreign partners of Tatarstan. The Tatarstan-Turkey cooperation is developing on the basis of the Intergovernmental Agreement on Trade, Economic, Scientific, Technical, and Cultural Cooperation, signed on the 22nd of May 1995. The Consulate General of the Republic of Turkey in Kazan was opened in September 1996. The representative office of the Republic of Tatarstan was opened in Istanbul in September 1997.
Turkey is the first on the list of the countries with participation of foreign capital registered in the Republic of Tatarstan. According to data, 1/4 of the total investments in Tatarstan are constituted by Turkey. In Tatarstan, there are about 10 factories of the Turkish origin. The total investments amount up to $2 billion. About a dozen of business enterprises built by the Turkish investors in Tatarstan are located in a special economic Alaboga zone. 98% of employees working for the Turkish companies in Tatarstan are the citizens of Russia. Our president, Rustam Minnikhanov, regularly visits Tatarstan, Turkey economic and business forums. He noted that Tatarstan is a reliable platform for Turkish businessmen to enter the Russian market.
Undoubtedly, the engine of our current relations is economic cooperation. However, the Tatarstan's relations with Turkey go far beyond their economic ties. The brotherly relations between Turks and Tatars have rich history and solid foundation. Speaking of Turkey, Tatarstan's president Rustam Minnikhanov reportedly said, "We are in the same language group, of the same religious identity." One of the links between Tatars and Turks is that of religion. Both groups are Sunni Muslims. It's also an important factor in the interconnection and mutual understanding of these two peoples.
An important factor of ethnic affinity of Turkish and Tatar people is common elements in literature and folklore. The work Kudat Gubelek is of great importance to these languages and forms the basis of the Tatar and Turkish literature. We have another symbol which unites us, and it is a folklore personage, Nasreddin Hoca, who is represented as a man of wisdom and humor in folktales. Nasreddin Hoca is a model character who exhibits the universal Turkic wisdom together with the Turkic human reality.
The days dedicated to Gabdullah Tukay are periodically celebrated in Turkey. In the year of 2006, Istanbul hosted events on the occasion of 120 years jubilee of the great Tatar poet Gabdullah Tukay. Tatar community of Ankara city possesses a two-storied house situated on Gabdullah Tukay Street. According to the different estimates, from 4 to 5,000 Tatars live in Turkey at the moment. They live compactly in Begrudelik, Karaköyek, Efendi Köprüsü, and Göksu settlements, up to 1,000 Tatars in each: Istanbul, Ankara, Eskişehir, Izmir, Konya, and Bursa cities. Tatar diasporas annually celebrate Sabantuy.
Consulate General tries to maintain the cultural ties between our countries by holding different cultural events. Exhibitions, concerts, and days of the modern Turkish cinema and theater are regularly organized in Kazan. During the festival of the military brass band, the fanfare of Kazan, the military orchestra Mehter of Turkey gave its concerts in Kazan Kremlin and Bauman Street. Even those people who are not interested in history are now well aware of the Mehter Orchestra and the Janissaries, thanks to the TV series The Magnificent Century.
The Kazan University has a long tradition of research in Turkic languages. In 1828, the Department of Turkish and Tatar was established. Its activity was closely connected with the name of Kazanbek. The influence of Turkish on Tatar is traced in the early works of Gabdullah Tukay and Gileskar Kamal's works. Once, in Tatar society, there was a question: should educational system be translated into a common Turkic literary language which is close to Turkish, or taught on the basis of the Tatar national language? The second option won.
Notwithstanding the fact that Tatar is historically Kipchak language and Turkish belongs to the Oghuz branch of the Turkic languages, there is a certain degree of similarity in both grammar, due to agglutination, and lexical elements, due to the influence of Arabic and Persian. Different scientific and practical conferences devoted to different problems of Turkology are regularly held in Kazan and Turkey. Situated in the Kazan Federal University, the Department of Comparative Linguistics, the Department of General Linguistics and Turkology, and the Department of Altaic and Chinese Studies offer education in the field of linguistics and serve an ideal place for academic Turkic studies.
Researchers, master students, trainees, and doctoral students of Turkology from partner universities visit Kazan on a regular basis. Such factors as cooperation in business, scientific and cultural interaction, the same religious identity, and common language group, students' exchange programs, and tourism contribute to the increase in the international marriages between Turks and Tatars, Turks and Russians. Thank you for your attention.